Welcome to my YouTube channel Shankhanath. Today we are going to discuss something very important, that is about drones and its influence on the future wars. Almost a year back, on 14 September 2019, Saudi Arabia suffered a deadliest attack on its oil facility. And mind you, it was by drones. And they were not in 4 or 5 in numbers, it was swarm of drones, and they destroyed almost 50% of that country's global supply. Yemen was blamed for the attack, and Iran also was named. Nobody knew who had sent these drones. But the important aspect in this is the best of the aerial defense cover, with the help of US, Saudi Arabia had, could not, I repeat, could not save the oil facility. And this year only, on Jan 3rd, US struck a convoy near Baghdad International Airport, which led to the death of Iranian Major General Soleimani. He was an Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps officer, and he was commander of this kind of a terrorist organization only. He was considered to be the second most powerful person of Iran. What is important in this attack is the precision at which this attack could be accomplished. This Major General and along with him 9 other officers were killed in this attack, and the precise manner in which it was conducted by the help of drones is what is important. So after these 2 incidences, it was thought that drones will be used in major conflicts with militants only. However, US, mind you, is using these drones in Afghanistan also. But they had a lot of problems of collateral damage. So thereafter they reduced the use of drones. However, to control the militancy, these drones were effectively used. And they were used as an offensive weapon also, not only for surveillance but offensive weapons also. That is, firing missiles from drones was a very common thing. But when these 2 incidences happened, nobody could predict that these can be used in war and it will be a successful attempt. Many of the world people, if that time were told that such drone attack can be possible in a war, nobody could have believed it. However, on 27 September 2020, a conflict broke out between Azerbaijan and Armenia. Not very big countries, a small country, a Muslim country and a Christian country. And this conflict between these 2 countries demonstrated the effective use of drones in a war also. So that is why we are discussing this subject today. Drone played a major role in handing over success to Azerbaijanis. What was the conflict for? The conflict was for the region which is in between Armenia and Azerbaijan. The place name is Nagorno-Karabakh, and it is a very small portion where most of the Armenians stay. However, Azerbaijanis are staking claim on this region. Way back in 1990 also there was a conflict between these 2 countries. However, that time Armenian, even being a smaller nation, was victorious and the region remained with them. Now, in this conflict, the Azerbaijanis used drones extensively. And they learned this from the Armenians only because Armenians had made good use of electronic warfare during 1990s. Now Azerbaijanis were all set, ready. They had bought drones from Turkey. Bayraktar or TB2 is the name of the drone. It can loiter around for a very long time and it fires laser guided missiles on the targets after which it is selected. Now the best part of drone is it is unmanned and it is controlled by somebody who is not visible to enemy at all, and even the drones are very small, so they are also not visible. Another drone which Azerbaijanis used was a Israel made Harop, and a very interesting aspect of the drone which I am going to talk about is the Orbiter 1K. It's a very small drone and you can call it loitering munition. What it does, when it is made airborne, it surveys targets in the area where it is airborne and thereafter may use kamikaze methodology. That means it goes into the target and destroys the target along with it. And the choice of targets is with him, the drone only. However, if while loitering, if they cannot make a choice of a target or cannot see a target, then it can be recovered back. So it can be reused. So these three drones which were used by the Azerbaijanis played a very important role into this conflict. There was one more thing, a domestic drone use. Now this was very innovative activity. Azerbaijanis had AN-2 cold biplane, Russian biplane, very old ones, 1930s and 1940s. They were converted into drones and remotely controlled. So they were made pilotless drones. They almost carried around 500 kg of bombs or ammunition. Now these drones, when launched, could make radar switch on. Armenian radars were switched on to track these biplanes. And once they were, the radars were opened up, their frequency was picked up by these other two drones which I have talked, TB2 and Harop, and they were fired upon. So these drones were so effective in this hilly region, and you can say that the entire plan of offensive plan of Azerbaijan was based on the drones only. And mind you, it was very successful. You know, telling you about these drones will not be enough. So I will now like to show you a film in which you can realize the very effectiveness of these drones. In this video, you will see the drone picking up the targets at will. That is manpower, radars, smaller vehicles, tanks, almost everything. And mind you, they are controlled remotely by somebody else. So let's have a look at this video and then we will go further. The video which you just saw clearly indicate how nicely and effectively the drone is picking up the targets. The video clearly indicates that the drone is loitering, looking for the targets, and thereafter this TB2 drone worked very nicely against short range defense vehicles, S-300 radars, smaller missile batteries, and why? Even on tanks it was effective. And the soldiers which were at one place were also killed because of these drones. The best of the part of the whole thing is that the drones are very small, they fly very low, and they cannot be sighted by any radars. So the soldier on the ground was not sure that who is the enemy which is destroying their tanks and other things. So these people were taken by surprise, and we can say this caused almost havoc in the ranks of Armenian soldiers, and they were not able to know what is happening to them, and thus their drone attack almost crippled the entire army of Armenia. If we say this, it will not be wrong. The problem was, even if sometimes the Armenian soldiers saw the Azerbaijani drones, they could not bring them down by normal fire because of their tiny size and almost no radar signature. This clearly indicates the conflict between Armenia and Azerbaijan clearly indicates that drones are there to stay now, and because this conflict concluded in a victory and a defeat, that is victory for Azerbaijanis and defeat for Armenia, we can say that drones can bring in results in future conflicts hereafter. With the proliferation of drones technology and the bumper growth across the globe, because of their cheap availability, and even they are cheap, they achieve massive destructions. That is why with this availability in global market, the possibility of drone attack cannot be ruled out now, even in safest of the cities. When I gave an example, Saudi Arabia, I told you, almost one of drones were sent and they targeted the oil refineries. So same can happen to cities. Drones are becoming a security threat in almost all conflict zones, where even a non-state actor can actively go into his deep pockets and make such technology available to himself, and thereby creating problem for the states. What are drones? Up till now you would have already understood, but we will just reiterate on that. They are pilotless vehicles which can be controlled remotely. So you don't have to face the enemy. They are very smaller in size. Even some of them fit in palm. So small they cannot be. They cannot be traced by any radar. And as they fly low and hardly make any noise when they fly, it is very, very difficult, almost impossible to track them. They are also slow speed and they have good endurance. That means they can loiter around in air for a very long time, select their targets and then fire upon their targets. So they are cheap, non-detectable and very lethal. That is what makes drones so lethal. Now, aren't there any ways to stop these drones? There is a lot of research work going on, but because of their lower radar signature, it is difficult to trace them. However, using camera, radar, radio frequencies, sensors, people are trying to trace this. Or drones, there is a system known as the drone guard system. It has been made by Israeli, by the very famous Rafale company. We Indians are very aware of Rafale now. These drones can jam communications between the operator and the drone. So, naturally, it won't be effective thereafter. Even they can jam the command link, which is normally through GPS. So, if that is the command link is jammed, again it will be useless. However, these experiments are not been that successful, especially if swarms of drones are sent, then controlling or bringing them down will be difficult. Even shooting down is an option. Recently at Pak border, we had this problem of drones coming in and BSF people shot them down. However, aiming and shooting down is also a difficult prospect. There are other methods also which have been used now. The drones run on engine and they have a propeller. If the propeller is stopped, the engine fails. Thus, by throwing nets at them, these drones are brought down. So, shooting down even with lasers is also possible. However, with all these new things which have been thought over to get over the drones, to destroy them, the effectiveness is not much. And the numbers in which they are sent, it is difficult to control them. Now, we will come to the important aspect of this video, that is, how does this affect India? We know our relations with Pakistan, and we know Pakistan is almost a rogue nation and is using militants to achieve their aim. And if these drones fall in the hands of militants, you can imagine what can happen. Turkey, which is very friendly to Pakistan, may supply the TB2 drones which we talked about, very lethal ones. So, we need to be aware of the present situation and keep a check on what is happening. Even if these drones fall in the hands of militants, then it will be further problematic because there won't be state control over them and they will be used for anything. Right now, as we talk, we know that Pakistan is trying to use these drones already not for offensive action, but to supply the arms and ammunition to the militants which are in JNK. They are sympathizers. We have brought down these few drones and their plan was unsuccessful. However, this problem can arise there. This sighting of drones was a serious business and India had already started to take action against it. People have been given orders to shoot down such drones if they are not identified. But what is available with India? Yes, definitely India also have few drones. Some are indigenously made. Some are being imported from Israel, US and others. And we are also using them for our purpose. So, basically what I want to say is that at China border and Pakistan border, these problems of what happened in Azerbaijan and Armenia can happen here also. So, we need to be prepared for it. Results of Armenia and Azerbaijan conflict has showcased the entire world the effectiveness and the lethality of the drones. and it is not known from where they will come and at what time and place. So it is very difficult to prepare against them. That is why it will be used in future wars. Mind you, few fighter aircraft were also used by Azerbaijan. Even attack helicopters were used. But even these well-known offensive aircrafts were not as effective as drones were. That is why this lesson learned has to be applied in our context too. We as a nation need to be ready for this new potent weapon. We need to understand how we can negate the effect of these things. I'm sure our armed forces are also ready with some offensive methodology to bring down these drones if ever used. However, the Armenian and Azerbaijan conflict lesson are there to be telling us all the while that now drones, along with, or in short, unmanned vehicles, UAVs and drones, are going to be a potent vehicle used for offensive as well as many other roles in the future wars. Thank you.